Hello, everyone. My name is Taylor Hennessy, and I'm the CEO of Eclipsed Sounds. Eclipsed Sounds is a small business that creates deeply sampled, accuracy-focused virtual singers for the Synthesizer V Studio 2 software, each of which replicates a specific real singer's voice for users all around the world to implement in their works. Ethics are a focus in our work, and all singers we work with collaborate with us directly to create their voice databases. They are compensated during the recording process and receive royalties on the sale of each copy of their software. Thank you for your support. In addition to taking on our CEO roles, I'm also our vocal mode design lead. Vocal modes are a powerful feature included in Synthesizer V Studio 2 that allows users to change the tone, pitch articulation, and pronunciation of a vocal based on specific styles included in the dataset and isolated by developers. In Synthesizer V Studio 2, vocal modes can be divided into 3 areas of effect: pitch, timbre, and pronunciation. This allows you to more effectively fine-tune a voice's expression by choosing how much influence each style has, and in what way. In our current vocal lineup, the tone chroma, vocal modes are designed primarily for different expressions within a vocal's genre of focus, and secondarily for additional flexibility when leaving a voice database's range of genre coverage. This video delves into the features for our upcoming vocalist, JOVIE for Synthesizer V Studio 2. JOVIE is an English-language mezzo-soprano vocal created with a focus on expressive and naturalistic singing. JOVIE draws from experience in country, folk, contemporary worship, and Americana-inspired genres. JOVIE is notable amongst our tone chroma lineup for having a very wide range of expression and workability, so this video will also go into detail on ways that users can choose to stretch these capabilities. First, we'll take a look at JOVIE singing our universal demonstration song, Cadence of the Eclipsed by Unit 0, without any vocal modes applied. This will give you a look at the voice database in a more neutral setting, outside of its specified genre circle.
Aligned in cadence, silence fill our nothingness, revel in our canvases, stars watch over us. Racing, hearts and auras sing, our echoes ring forever. It's a cycle, our universe changed.
With that considered, this demo should be your primary reference if you are interested in using this voice outside of its genre design. JOVIE was entirely recorded in English, but thanks to Synthesizer V Studio 2's industry-leading cross-lingual synthesis, can sing in any of the languages supported by the software, including Spanish.
Armonizando un consuelo en soledad, una vida cadencial con un público estelar. Ruge, nuestros corazones cantarán por siempre. En un ciclo vamos a volver. No nos verán caer.
Of course, cross-lingual usage does not take away things like an accent or fully transform singing styles to suit the new language context, but it does provide extra flexibility for users interested in the voice. Without user adjustment, JOVIE's default style is vibrant and expressive, with a naturally bright and warm tone. Her pitch stylization leans into her genres of focus, but provides an easily workable base for a variety of others.
But those clouds will clear if we look towards the sky. Say it's worth a try. Don't let every lingering regret drag you down.
To fully utilize everything JOVIE has to offer, we recommend full usage of her 9 vocal mode options, which lets the user fine-tune the strength, emotion, and stylization of her performance. JOVIE's vocal modes are naturally designed to work together in 3 different groups to adjust her tone based on your needs. This first group is the basic set of vocal modes: belt, natural, and soft. These modes keep her general delivery, vocal placement, and pronunciation mostly the same as her default, with minor differences to those aspects depending on if you are softening or strengthening her tone. Each of these modes presents JOVIE with an intensity option: belt, which pushes her hard into a loud and tense sound; soft, which eases her up and creates a more laid-back sound; and natural, which locks in her default intensity curve. I'll go into more detail on what that looks like later. The second group is a genre-aligned set of vocal modes: bite, twang, and light. These three modes intensify JOVIE's accent in both subtle and overt ways, and all lend a more nasal quality to her voice. This set is ideal for country and other US-originated folk genres, or any other genre that leans on a more nasal expression, and, as with the previous set, provide a selection of various vocal intensities. The final vocal mode set is geared toward changing JOVIE's emotional expression, with stern, mild, and smiley. These modes adjust her sound in multiple ways, providing 3 different emotional paths to steer JOVIE's overall tone toward. Of course, a song's melody does much more to guide the emotional tone of a piece, but these modes help align JOVIE with the user's performance expectations. Unlike the previous 2 sets of vocal modes, the emotion set does not contain any mode that keeps JOVIE's default intensity, but the same effects can be achieved by using the pronunciation and pitch dials separate from the timbre dial. Based on this design, you can approach the decision of which of JOVIE's modes to use with the following question in mind: does my song need an overall increase or decrease in strength from JOVIE's default tone? Does my song need a more nasal style? Does my song need to follow a different emotional direction? Depending on your answer to those questions, you'll choose one of the modes from her overall selection as a starting point to guide the rest of your edits to the voice. Belt. The belt mode does exactly what you would expect, increasing the volume and vocal tension of JOVIE's voice and creating more push behind her consonants and pronunciation in general.
But those clouds will clear if we look towards the sky. Say it's worth a try. Don't let every lingering regret drag you down.
This mode is made for lines you need to hit hard. You can use it as an automation to gradually increase or decrease the strength in JOVIE's voice, or dial it up right away to raise the overall strength of the entire vocal line, for example. Bite. As JOVIE's strongest nasal-styled mode, bite brightens and intensifies JOVIE's tone, pulling vocal placement more forward and tonality much more toward the nasal end. Bite helps to pull JOVIE's range higher and provide a strong and clear option for her highest notes.
But those clouds will clear if we look towards the sky. Say it's worth a try. Don't let every lingering regret drag you down.
Bite is a perfect mode to create piercing high notes during the most dramatic moments of songs, but can also be used more loosely to brighten and sharpen JOVIE's tone overall, and to bring her to her most nasal sound alongside twang and light. Light. A mode made of softer, high-note data that leans toward a more nasal stylization. Light provides the softest side of the country and nasal mode group. In high notes, light also provides a realistically soft but clear falsetto.
But those clouds will clear if we look towards the sky. Say it's worth a try. Don't let every lingering regret drag you down.
This mode can be used to stretch the high end of JOVIE's range on softer songs, and provides a soft mode easily automated alongside twang and belt for a more nasal performance. At JOVIE's mid-range, when used with other modes, light can be used intentionally to reduce diction and pronunciation clarity, something that can be useful for looser genres and harmony lines. Mild. Mild relaxes and darkens JOVIE's tone, softening her style, timbre, and delivery, and smoothing over brighter areas of her voice.
But those clouds will clear if we look towards the sky. Say it's worth a try. Don't let every lingering regret drag you down.
This mode is primarily useful to pull JOVIE back from her typically bright and vibrant sound, adding in some cooler aspects to her voice, perfect as an addition to almost any configuration that needs a bit more restraint. As a mode in the emotion group, you can also use mild to add a bit more of a bittersweet, sad, or listless sound to JOVIE's voice. Mild stands out as uniquely helpful for creating harmony lines and blending layers as well, or even for just using it in small amounts to reduce high frequencies or brightness. Natural. Natural is a mode that increases JOVIE's default vocal contrast, highlighting her expressiveness and versatility by bringing out her warm lows and strong highs with more clarity than her default sound.
But those clouds will clear if we look towards the sky. Say it's worth a try. Don't let every lingering regret drag you down.
Natural is a mode that can help increase the contrast of dynamics in other vocal modes, as it moves from softer low notes to stronger highs by default. Because of this, it works great as a base to see where JOVIE's tone can be pushed or pulled further for a more realistically expressive sound. Smiley. As you might expect, JOVIE's Smiley mode gives her a happier sound with an audible smile in her voice. Slightly softer and noticeably sweeter, JOVIE has a more widened pronunciation and warmer tone in this mode, with pitch bends that lean a bit more towards an excited sound.
But those clouds will clear if we look towards the sky. Say it's worth a try. Don't let every lingering regret drag you down.
Smiley can help give JOVIE a push into a more joyful sound, perfect for happier songs. You can also use this mode in combination with others or at smaller values to simply give her voice a warmer tint. Soft. JOVIE's natural softening mode adds just a touch of warmth and breathiness to her voice while pulling back on her usual strength, placing her tone more forward in her mouth.
But those clouds will clear if we look towards the sky. Say it's worth a try. Don't let every lingering regret drag you down.
This mode is great, both for its warmth and for its softness, and naturally fits alongside other vocal mode configurations, both with the dial control and when added as an automation curve. Soft is perfect for backing off of stronger notes or adding more dynamics into a vocal line, or even just on its own for a more intimate piece. Stern. Stern tenses and solidifies JOVIE's voice, adding power without the more pronounced tonal and pronunciation changes seen in the belt mode. As a mode in the emotion group, Stern adds a bit of a cool sound and a slightly more tense and dramatic atmosphere to JOVIE's delivery.
But those clouds will clear if we look towards the sky. Say it's worth a try. Don't let every lingering regret drag you down.
With this mode, JOVIE's overall sound can be influenced to move in a more intense direction, in combination with other strengthening modes or on its own. When used in combination with mild or belt, the mode also helps to turn the vocal line more intense and add a sense of stress, anger, or resilience. For just a few examples. Twang. This mode pushes JOVIE much more nasal, with a more forward vocal placement and looser, more accented pronunciation. Twang is designed as a centering mode for country music, but works in most any genre with a nasal bent.
But those clouds will clear if we look towards the sky. Say it's worth a try. Don't let every lingering regret drag you down.
Twang is the perfect starting point for a more old-school country sound. In combination, this mode can be mixed with bite or light to push JOVIE to her most nasal, or used alongside Smiley to warm her tone quite significantly. Twang can also be used as an automation as an additional axis of pronunciation control. JOVIE's vocal mode design also lends itself very neatly to intensifying her expression when vocal modes are used in combination. While we generally recommend users experiment and find their own favorite settings, here are some we think that users will get a good amount of mileage from. To get JOVIE to her softest, the mild and soft modes can be combined at 150% application.
But those clouds will clear if we look towards the sky. Say it's worth a try. Don't let every lingering regret drag you down.
JOVIE's naturally strongest setting is achieved by using stern and belt together at 150% application.
But those clouds will clear if we look towards the sky. Say it's worth a try. Don't let every lingering regret drag you down.
While that is her most natural strong sound, users can push her to an even more intense performance if they are willing to accept a slightly distorted sound, by adding bite in at 150% application as well.
But those clouds will clear if we look towards the sky. Say it's worth a try. Don't let every lingering regret drag you down.
Generally, this level of distortion can be workable or easily removed in the mixing process for the genres that need this level of intensity, so we saw it fit to showcase here. The distortion can also be reduced by using bite at lower levels. JOVIE's accent can be reduced for usage in more US folk-style music by using the pronunciation dials of belt and soft at 150%, and turning up natural to 150% application.
But those clouds will clear if we look towards the sky. Say it's worth a try. Don't let every lingering regret drag you down.
JOVIE can be switched into a soft, darkened intonation by using belt, mild, and soft at 150% application, and adding in light at 150% pronunciation only.
But those clouds will clear if we look towards the sky. Say it's worth a try. Don't let every lingering regret drag you down.
JOVIE can be pushed to her most nasal tone by using twang and bite at 150% application, and light at 150% for just the pitch and timbre dials.
But those clouds will clear if we look towards the sky. Say it's worth a try. Don't let every lingering regret drag you down.
For a happier, excited, or friendly sound, JOVIE can be adjusted by using Smiley and Twang together at 150% application.
But those clouds will clear if we look towards the sky. Say it's worth a try. Don't let every lingering regret drag you down.
This starting point can then be strengthened with the belt mode or weakened with the light vocal mode, as long as the pronunciation dials are not adjusted on those additional modes. For a tone that lends itself to sadder or angrier pieces, you can use JOVIE with stern and mild at 150% application, and add in belt's pronunciation dial at 50% application.
But those clouds will clear if we look towards the sky. Say it's worth a try. Don't let every lingering regret drag you down.
This starting point can then be strengthened with the belt vocal mode, or weakened with the soft mode, as long as the pronunciation dials are not adjusted on those additional modes. Thank you so much for following along with my explanation of JOVIE's unique vocal mode features. We know many users will prefer to experiment and find their own ways of using the voice, and as always, we wholeheartedly encourage it. I think JOVIE speaks for herself as a voice that has many versatile applications and opportunities for users to truly make her sound their own. We hope this in-depth explanation of JOVIE's settings and a peek into the design process helps to provide our users with more tools going into projects with our newest voice database after its release in mid-September. Thank you for your time, and as always, please feel free to reach us with comments or questions via the contact form on our website, or share your thoughts below. We truly appreciate your support.